Hello everyone, this is -1 equals the exponential of I pi, and I'd like to show you the map I've been working on since the release of StarCraft 2, and this map is called Hero Attack. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is Hero Attack? Hero Attack is a massive online battle arena, or AOS style map, so it's similar to Dota. Each player controls a hero, and the hero can gain experience, buy items, and use abilities. Units spawn in lanes, and your hero gains golden experience for killing enemy units. The goal of the game is to kill the enemy team's main building before they kill yours, so either the Nexus, the Hatchery, or the Command Center. The game is divided along races, Protoss, Zerg, and Terran, and each race has a unique set of units, heroes, and items. Each team has to choose a race before the game starts, and if you're hosting this game, you can choose the race of each team by choosing the race of the computer player in each team. So if you're hosting the map and you want your team to be Protoss, just change the race of the computer player on your team to be Protoss. Also, if you join this game, it is a good idea to make sure that your race is the same as the race of the computer player in your team. This doesn't really matter gameplay-wise, but it will affect the in-game user interface. Anyway, so I'll start the game. When the game starts, you have a window like this. It says, "Welcome to Hero Attack," and it says, "Choose your hero." So it's pretty obvious you have to choose your hero. You have 6 options. Each race has 6 heroes, and each team can only have 1 of each hero. So if you click one of these, you'll get a hero. There are the commands repick and random. If you type repick and you already picked a hero, it'll let you repick a hero. And if you type random, it'll give you a random hero. Also, you have a time limit to choose a hero, and if you do not choose a hero within the time limit, then you'll get a random hero. For example, right now the time's about to run out. 3, 2, 1, 0, and I got a random hero. And in this case, I got, what did I get? The Marine hero. Alright, so this is the base of Team 1. In it we have a beacon. The beacon is where your hero will respawn if it dies. Also, the beacon hero heals nearby heroes, so if your hero is damaged, you can simply send your hero back to the beacon to be healed. We have an engineering bay. Each team has a shop, and in this case, this is the Terran shop, and you can buy 15 different items. For the items, I try to stay away from having too many passives. Passives are actually really, really easy to do, but if you have too many passives, it's boring. So I added some spell items, like in the case of Terran, we have the Defense Matrix, we have Lockdown, and I think Secret Missile. And you can also buy things like bunkers. Anyway, so those are items. In the center of the base, we see a command center. This is the main building, and if the enemy team kills this building, then they win. So you have to defend that. You also see that there are some SCVs mining. The minerals that the computer player harvests and the Vespene will go to towards the other players in the team. So I don't know, it might also open some possibilities for like economic harassment, maybe with heroes like Reaper Hero. Also, you can see that we have some barracks. These spawn units, and in this case, Marines. Each race has different units that they spawn. Also, I'm just going to give the game a command. Over time, the computer player will build additional buildings, which will spawn new units. So here you can see that the SCVs are building academies. Academies spawn firebats. So when the map's done, you'll have both Marines and firebats. And each race has 4 different spawning buildings. So in the case of Terran, after the academy, it'll be the factory, which will spawn siege tanks. And then it'll be the starport, which will spawn banshees. The units, when they spawn, they go to one of the 4 lanes. Well, actually, it's sort of like I don't know if you can see it, but it's sort of like 2 lanes, which split into 4. Also, along the lanes, you can see that there defensive buildings. Each race has different defensive buildings. In the case of Terran, you have the bunker and the missile turret. But if, for example, it's Protoss, it would be pylons and cannons. Now, yeah, one more thing. In this game, there are also creeps. Critters. And it's sort of like creeps in Dota. If you kill them, you provide additional experience and gold. You can do the same with regular units, but it just allows for the option to try to get an advantage over the enemy team. There's 6 locations for where units spawn. There's the bottom right corner and the top left corner, and also there are 2 locations next to each base, which spawn slightly weaker creeps. Okay, so now onto heroes. I'll just show you quickly all the heroes. Each race has 6 heroes. In this case, you can see the 6 Terran heroes. We have the Marine hero, the Medic hero, the Reaper hero, the Ghost hero, SCV hero, and the Siege Tank hero. Now, some of you may be wondering why these hero names are so bland. I wanted the heroes to be based off SC2 units, and I wanted the game to be really straightforward, so it's easy for people to learn. I think that one of the weaknesses with, for example, Dota, is that many new players were put off for a number of reasons. One of them was because the heroes were just the heroes weren't familiar. Also, they have like a confusing item combining system, which I think put a lot of people off. And also, I don't think the strength, agility, intelligence system really helped Dota, because it just made things more confusing. I mean, what's the point in having an item that gives you strength and an item that gives you health when they both pretty much do the same thing? It doesn't really make sense. So that's the reason why they're just called like Marine Hero and Medic Hero, as opposed to names like Tiny the Stone Giant or Greg the Rage Quitter. So here we have the hero. Each hero, I use the Warcraft 3 system for heroes. So each hero has 4 abilities, 3 regular abilities and an ultimate. You can learn the ultimate at level 6. You can learn the regular abilities at levels 1, 3, and 5. Most people watching this video should be familiar with it. So the Marine Hero, his abilities are Stim Pack. That doesn't really need much of that. He can stim and move faster. He has the ability called U-38 rounds, which if anyone has played the original StarCraft, they should know that the Marine had an upgrade to his range. So this basically just upgrades the Marine's attack range. Also, we have combat shields. Now, if you learn combat shields, you'll see that he gains the combat shield animation, and this increases his life. And finally, ultimate is call down reinforcements, which allows the Marine to call down a drop pod, or the Marine Hero to call down a drop pod of 8 map. For example, drop pod of Marines here. And you'll see that drop pod lands and 8 Marines spawn. So that's the Marine Hero. And of course, I don't know. Okay, so now we have the Medic Hero. The Medic is not a StarCraft 2 unit, but it was a StarCraft 1 unit, and it's also a unit in the campaign. The Medic has the ability to heal nearby biological units. She has the ability called Optical Flare, which basically blinds enemies for a period of time. If you go to level 3, Optical Flare will also blind enemy units for a period of time. So, for example, I could set for Optical to blind at any extent for a short period of time. Also, her other normal ability is Irradiate, and this was an ability that the Science Vessel had, and it does damage to nearby biological units over time. So you have to be careful not to be near it yourself, because the medic's biological. And the medic's ultimate is an ability called Restoration, and this ability is an area of effect ability, which heals enemy units. Heals allied units within an AOE, and also gets rid of all negative buffs. So it could be an extremely useful ability if you have like a team. Also, the medic has an attack called the medic punch. I don't know. I can't really think of anything else because she doesn't have an attack normally. All right, so the next hero is the Reaper hero. So the Reaper has the ability to step pack, like the Marine. The Reaper has an ability called Nitro Packs. It's a passive ability, and it increases the Reaper's speed. Also, the Reaper has an ability called DH Charge. I think this was in the beta for the Reaper. Basically, you can throw it and harm nearby units. And the ultimate of the Reaper is, of course, the Jetpack, which allows the Reaper to go up and down cliffs. So, I don't know. The Reaper has probably one of the most mobile units in the game. Most heroes, sorry. Another hero we have for the Terrans is the Ghost Hero. The Ghost Hero, its abilities are pretty much the same in the actual type. EMP